Sitting at the table every night, hoping lady luck will treat me right. Can't win them all, so I've been told. Welcome everybody to the poker show. Small boy and big blindfold or call. Maybe I'll raise and I'll play for it all. Check, raise, slow play, I don't know. This hand sucks, so fuck it, I fold.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Poker Talk. I'm your host, Paul Marcum. Now, obviously, as poker players, you guys have all heard about check raising and hand selection and reading tells and a ton of other poker concepts. Right now, tonight, we are going to get to the number one concept that makes winning poker players in the long run. And face it, if you're watching this show, you want to be a winning player in the long run. This is not a show for someone that just wants to go down to the local card room, catch a couple lucky hands, and have one good night. This is a show for the serious poker player that wants to win in the long run. Now, what is that concept I'm talking about? Pot odds.
Is in your head. We'll go through that in a future episode. But for right now, I just want you to get the concept of what pot odds are. It doesn't mean there's a big pot and you're going to win a big pot. It means that if you play this hand exactly this same way 1 million times, you will come out ahead in the long run. That's what we're really trying to figure out. Until next time, think about it and do some more reading on the subject. I'll see you at the poker tables. I'm Paul Marcum. Good night, everybody.
Hey, I think it came out pretty good. What do you think? You don't like it?
No, it's not that. It's just... Do you remember when I first came to you with the idea for this show? What I said I wanted it to be and what I wanted to do with it?
Yeah, you said that you really didn't care about entertaining people because this show is going to appeal to that small percentage of the serious poker player.
Yeah, and this has that, and definitely this is information that the poker players need to know, and they'll be a lot better players if they understand this concept. But now that we've done a few episodes and we've got them out there, I think it's time to add some...
Entertainment?
You're always wanting to shove that in there. No, not more entertainment, just like some production value. This episode right here, the people are having to stare at me for 7 or 8 minutes, something like that. And I'm wondering if we can throw any like title cards or any like graphics or anything on the screen to kind of help illustrate the point that I'm trying to make, just so it makes it more understandable, but then also so they don't have to just, look at a talking head for 8 straight minutes.
Well, hey, let me see what we can come up with. I'll talk to the tech guys, eh?
Okay, and then just give me a call when you find out what we can do.
I will do that.
Cool.
Didn't I make you manager of this place? Am I going to sit here and do all the work while you sit there and be lazy?
I'm not lazy. I'm attractive.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. So let's say you gotta pee, right? You go to the bathroom, public bathroom like here, but all the urinals are full.
Okay.
So you're forced to go to a stall, but just to pee. What's
Yeah.
the protocol on the door?
What?
You have to leave it open, or can you close it, or what?
You close it. Of course.
Well, why? Well, who cares if somebody sees my back?
Because you're in the stall. You have to. It's appropriate.
Well, right. Well, what's the difference if I'm standing in front of a urinal or standing in front of a toilet in a stall? Paul, some help here?
Dude, I don't know. I always close the door and lock it, but then again, I close the door when I pee at home.
But okay, what's that got to do with anything? That's just being polite.
Yeah, but I close the door and shut it at home when I'm there by myself.
You guys are no help.
You kind of freak.
Yes, Paul. Right. Okay. No, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll be there then. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Who was that?
Karen. I asked her if she'd run some ideas by her tech guys over there for me.
What kind of ideas?
Just some things I wanted to put into the show, some title cards and stuff to make the points I'm illustrating a little bit easier to understand for the viewers.
So, what'd she say?
Well, she ran them by the guys and they like the ideas, but they're too busy right now with a bunch of other projects, so
Yeah.
they said if I wanted to come edit it myself, that they had no problem using the equipment, so that was cool.
Can you do that? I mean, do you know how?
It can't be that tough. I'm sure I can figure it out. So.
Okay. So, when are you leaving? Where are you going?
Like 6 o'clock.
Is Karen going to be there?
I don't know. She'll probably help me get started. She works there, so she can teach me how to use the stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not talking about like at home. I'm talking about like at a public restaurant.
Oh, I never close any door. If I got to take a piss, I got to take a piss, if somebody's listening or not.
I'll admit it. I shut the door. I have no idea why. It just feels like the right thing to do.
But why is that any different from standing at a urinal?
Door open, door closed. Who cares? Can we just play some cards?
Karen, I love this new program. It cuts the editing time in half.
Yeah, we just got it a few weeks ago. I'm surprised you already know how to use it.
Well, it's not that much different than what I did the first 2 movies on, but I can't believe you don't know how to use it. It's so easy. My God, it's still early.
You done already? Let me see.
It's kind of boring. I just added some title cards and stuff to show the math like we talked about.
I like learning about poker. Let me see it.
All right, here you go.
For the serious poker player that wants to win in the long run. Now, what is that concept I'm talking about? Pot odds. I hear it all the time at a poker table. People say, pot odds. Well, I had pot odds. I had to call. I had pot odds. And those people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Maybe you do. I hope you do. If not, I'm going to clarify it right now.
We're going to talk about what pot odds are and why they are super important to winning in the long run. In layman's terms, pot odds are risk versus reward. Now, what does that mean in poker terms? It means the amount of money you have to risk, the money you have to put into the pot to call a bet, versus the reward that you could possibly win, the amount of money you're going to win. It all breaks down to money, folks. We know that. All right? So what is the risk versus reward, and how does that relate to pot odds? Okay, you can figure out what the odds of you hitting a hand are going to be. Let's take a concrete example. Say you're sitting after 4th Street, after the turn, there are 2 hearts on board, and you've got the ace king of hearts in your hand. You've got no pair, no nothing, and you know, let's just assume for a second that your opponent turns their cards face up. They've got 2 pair. All right, so hitting an ace or a king will not help you. You have to hit a heart to win this hand. Now let's look at that. With all the cards face up, should we call a bet or not? Well, let's look at the math of it. How many hearts are left in the deck? 13 start the deck, right? Ace, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to the king. 13 of each suit. So there are 13 hearts in the deck. You've got 2 of them in your hand, the ace and the king. There are 2 of them on the board. Whatever numbers they are, doesn't really matter. There are 4 hearts gone, so there are 9 hearts left that you don't know where they are. Okay? So you have 9 chances of hitting your card on the river. 9 out of what? How many cards haven't we seen? Well, there are 4 out on the board that we have seen, and 2 in our hand that we've seen, so that's 6. In this example, yes, we saw the other 2 cards face up, but we usually don't, so we're going to pretend we didn't see those. So there are 6 cards that we have seen. How many cards in a deck? Obviously, 52. I'm not here to talk down to you. You guys know that. 52 cards in a deck. We've seen 6 of them, so there are 46 cards we have not seen. So 9 hearts out of 46 cards. That means with that river card to come, 9 out of every 46 times, it's going to come up a heart. Okay, everybody understand that? So that means if we reduce that, it's just about 1 out of 5. If it was 9 out of 45, it would be 1 out of every 5 times. So that's going to be close enough for our discussion here today. 1 out of 5 times, a heart is going to hit the river. Okay? So what does that mean when we're talking about pot odds and when we're talking risk versus reward? Well, that means if somebody bets, say there's $50 in the pot, and somebody bets $20, we are going to lose this hand 4 times out of every 5 because the only time we're going to win it is the 1 out of 5 where we hit that heart. So 4 times out of 5 we're going to lose. Now, should we call this $20 bet? Let's look at the math. If we call that $20 bet all 5 times, we're going to play this hand exactly the same all the time, are we going to make money in the long run? Well, the 4 times we lose, we're going to lose a total of $80, 20, 20, 20, and 20. We're going to lose 80 bucks. The 5th time, when we actually win the hand, the 1 out of 5 we win, how much are we going to win? We're going to win the 50 that was in the pot plus the 20 that the other person bet. That's $70. So when we risk that 20 the 5th time, we're going to make $70. So the 4 times we lose, we lost a total of 80. The one time we win, we won a total of 70. Over the long haul, is this going to win us money? No. Why? Because we're not winning enough the times we win to cover all the times we lose. That's what pot odds are. We're going to lose 80, we're going to win 70, so every 5 times we play this hand, we're going to lose a total of $10. So every time we play this hand, whether we win or not, you basically lost $2 if there was 50 in the pot and he bet 20. Let's change that just a little bit. Let's say there's 50 in the pot, exact same scenario, the guy only bets $10. Now what happens? The 4 times you lose the pot, you lose $10, $10, $10, $10, so you're down 40. The 5th time, when you actually win the pot, you put your 10 in, you win the 50 in the pot, plus the $10 the guy bet. That's 60. So out of 5 times now that you've played this hand, you lost 40 and you won 60, so you're up $20. So if he only bets $10, you just made $4 every time you called that, whether you win or lose the hand, because if you play it that way 5 times, you're going to be a net $20 profit. Now that's what pot odds are. You weigh the risk, the amount of money you got to put in, versus the reward, the amount of money you can get out of it, against the odds of you actually catching the right cards to win the hand. If you play this hand this exact same way 1 million times, and when I say a million, I'm just trying to get a number big enough so that the odds, the probability of what should come off the deck will get pretty close to what it's actually supposed to be. If, in the long run, that means that you will be making money, then you make that call. If not, you don't make that call. That's what pot odds are. It doesn't mean, well, there's a lot of money in there and I just got to call a bet, but I could win a lot of money. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good call, and that doesn't necessarily mean pot odds are right. The pot odds are the amount of times you're going to catch your card and weigh that against how much money is in the pot versus how much you had to put in. If that's coming out ahead, then you're going to be okay in the long run. And that's what we're trying to do. Now this flush draw we were just talking about, this is just a real good example of the kind of math you need to do on all of your outs to figure out what your pot odds are. Now say you had a gut shot straight draw and everyone says never draw to an inside straight. They've been saying it in Westerns for years. All right, that's not necessarily the case, because what are your odds with 1 card to come that you're going to catch that? You've got 4 cards in the deck that can help you. Like say you need a 6 for a gut shot straight. 4 6s in the deck can help you. There are 46 cards you haven't seen. We'll say it's real close to 1 out of every 12 times you're going to catch that. If the amount that you stand to win is more than 12 times the amount you need to call, then you make that call. If there's $200 in the pot and somebody only bets $10, absolutely you make that call, because if you spike that 6 1 out of every 12 times, you're going to win money. Now this is what you have to do every time you figure out your probability. And we'll teach in the near future some ways to figure out real quick math at the table so you don't have to go through all the percentages in your head. We'll go through that in a future episode. But for right now, I just want you to get the concept of what pot odds are. It doesn't mean there's a big pot and you're going to win a big pot. It means that if you play this hand exactly this same way 1 million times, you will come out ahead in the long run. That's what we're really trying to figure out. Until next time, think about it and do some more reading on the subject. I'll see you at the poker tables. I'm Paul Marcum.
Those cards are really good. They make it so much easier to understand.
Well, I hope so. That's the whole point of putting them in. I hope people can understand all the concepts here because they're really important ones.
Well, this is one of those shows that you should record so you can watch it over and over again in order to understand all these concepts.
Well, you know what? They could record it, or what if we put together like a DVD package and people could buy 4 or 5 episodes at once and then they can watch it anytime they want?
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Hey, what are you doing right now? You want to go get a bite to eat?
Actually, I told Jess I'd give her a call as soon as we're done with this. I got a couple more little touch-ups I want to do, but...
Okay, well, I'm done here. I got a friend playing guitar over at O'Callahan's. And you know, you cannot get a better dinner date than moi.
All right,
change your
Karen.
mind, come on out, eh?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for the offer. Have fun tonight. I appreciate all your help on this, too.
Sure.
Parrot Poker, Kevin speaking.
Yeah, Kevin, it's Paul. Can you put Jess on the phone for me, dude?
Can't, dude. She just left.
Just left? What are you talking about? It's like 8 o'clock.
She went out to dinner. She wanted dinner alone, so her and Greg went out to get some food.
Greg? Like, dealer Greg? Seriously, dude? Are you sure?
Yeah, they just took off together.
What, like, on a date?
I don't know, man. That's between you and Jess.
Well, you got any idea where they went?
Don't be pathetic, man.
All right, dude. Hey, can you close for me tonight?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, this is Jess, and I'm having a super sparkly, sunshine, confetti flower happy day. And I'm so excited that you called, I can't even tell you. So if you could just leave a message.
Oh, you changed your mind. Hey, I'm so glad you came.
Is that offer for a drink still available?
Absolutely. Sit down.
So what's the deal with you and Paul anyways?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you two are dating, right? It just seems like you guys two are always fighting and the guy makes you miserable.
Well, no, not all the time.
I just think,
Shoot. Can you do me a favor? Can I borrow your phone really quick? Thanks. I can't find my phone. I don't know what I did with it. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, no, it's Jess. I got a really quick favor to ask you. Can you look around really quick and see if you can find my phone? I thought I had it in my pocket and I just realized it's not even in there. Oh, I did? Yeah, shoot. I figured I would have done that. Okay, well, then if you can just put it on the desk in the back room in the office. Okay, and I'll just pick it up later. Okay, thanks, Kev. Okay, bye, hon. Thank you very much.
found it?
I guess so.
Good.
I'm an idiot. I left it in the bathroom. And what was Kevin doing in the bathroom anyway?
How do you know this guy? He's pretty good.
He did some work at the studio. He wrote a theme song for a show we produced a couple of years ago. Hey, why don't we have him do a theme song for the poker show?
For my little poker show?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool. I mean, something snappy, like what the Rembrandts did for Friends.
Mm-hmm. You really think we need a theme song?
Need. Well, we do need some more production value, which is something that you wanted. And with all the people that are watching right now, I mean, it couldn't hurt. What do you think?
Guess we could give it a shot.
Perfect. Let's talk to him on his next break, okay?
Sure.
Paul, I am so happy that the show is working out for you.
Anyway, so I went on this audition, all right, and it was for like this bondage show, all right, but it said that it was an instructional like bondage thing. But originally it was supposed to be a reinterpretation of this like artsy like Fledermaus kind of thing from this like professor, and anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so I went on the audition and they wanted us to wear like stuff to show off our figures because they're looking for a certain body type. So I ended up wearing like this black latex thing, and I even had like nipple clamps that I was gonna wear, but I thought, well, maybe that's too over the top because I really didn't know what kind of thing they were going for. But they have like
What
this
are you auditioning
latex
for?
It's a Fledermaus.
I don't know
It's
what a
like a
Fledermaus is.
reinterpretation. I know. Well, nobody does. That's the cool part about
All right.
it. Oh, you don't have to pay.
No, I'm gonna get it this time. I think
Well, that's really sweet of
I
you. You
had a
don't have to
really
do
good
that. Well, me too. Well, thank you.
we'll do this again sometime then.
I'm so glad you decided to come out tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for the invite, Karen. This is exactly what I needed tonight. Be sure to tell your friend, too, how cool I think he was. Man, I'm really excited to hear his ideas for a theme song.
It will be awesome. So, where are you going right now? Huh?
It's late. I gotta head up to the room and check the, I think I gotta go check the numbers.
Well, how about I go out with you?
All right.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing here?
I came to get the paperwork from tonight. Was that Greg's car I saw in the parking lot?
Oh, yeah, probably. What? I forgot my phone. I had to come back and pick it up, and otherwise I probably just would have gone home. Where were you?
Jess, you know I was over at the studio editing Poker Talk.
God, you know what? Sorry, I totally forgot. So, how'd it go?
Pretty good, actually. They got a new editing system over there, and it cut the time in half. It only took 2 hours to do the whole show.
Really? Oh, that's great. So, what time did you get done?
About 10.
Really? It's like past 2. Did you go out?
Did you? Jess, I'm really surprised to see you here.
Well, like I said, I forgot my phone. But, I mean, I went out with Greg. We grabbed a burger.
Like on a date?
No. No, I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so? Jess, have you been drinking?
No. So, okay, yeah. Well, okay, I had 2 glasses of wine.
Jess, you don't even drink.
Oh my God, Paul. It was 2 glasses of wine.
Did he pay?
You know what? Wait. Why are you being such a jerk right now? Huh? Like, where were you? I mean, what, were you on a date with Karen? Oh my God, were you on a date with Karen?
No! I didn't go on a date. I finished up my thing over there. I tried to call you, but Kevin told me you're out on a date with Greg.
Wait a minute. Wait. So why are you asking me what I did when you already called Kevin to find out what I was doing anyway? Now you're asking me what I'm doing again?
Wait a minute. You went on a date with Greg, which is pretty messed up if you ask
I
me.
did not go on a date
Did he
with
pay?
Greg. Yes, but...
Did he pick you up?
No, we rode together, but we were both here.
Oh, same thing. You went on a date.
I so did not go on a date.
Does Greg know that?
Yeah, I think so.
How? Did you say, Greg, this isn't a date because I'm in love with my boyfriend, Paul?
Paul, I've never said that I was in love with you. And besides, what's this Karen thing anyway, huh? That was a date.
Absolutely not.
Did you pay for her?
I bought her a beer to
see?
thank her for helping edit the show.
Did you pick her up?
No, she drove her car. I was still editing, and I met her there later. She didn't even know I was coming.
Did you kiss her?
I can't even believe you'd ask me that. I gotta take a leak.
I can't believe I had to ask you this. Paul, I'm serious. Did you kiss her?
No, I didn't kiss her, Jess.
Did she kiss you?
Do you really want to know what happened?
Yes, damn it. That's why I'm here. Paul, for God's sakes, I need to know where we stand. I need to know where things are going.
All right, I was over there editing the show, right? And I got done, and I wanted to celebrate with you. So I called up here, and I had to talk to Kevin, and he tells me you're on a date with Greg. So then I call your cell phone, and I get dumped to voicemail.
I left my phone here, Paul. It was a mistake.
How am I supposed to know that, Jess? You always have your cell phone on you. Anyways, before Karen left the editing studio, she said her friend was playing guitar over at the bar, so I thought I'd just go over there and hang out and have a couple beers and listen to some music. Anyways, the guy comes over and talks to us on a break, and he's pretty good. He wants to do a theme song for Poker Talk. Not that you care about that.
Did you kiss her?
No! I already told you that.
Did she kiss you?
She tried to.
Where?
In the parking lot.
Oh, God. No, it's not what I mean. I mean, like, where? Like on the lips, on the cheek, on the neck, what?
She tried to kiss me on the lips, but I stopped her.
Really? Why?
Really? Because I'm totally into you, you idiot! Jesus, Jess, I mean, she tried to kiss me on the lips, and I told her that I was in love with you, and that was the end of it. That's it. Are you happy now?
Say it again.
Whatever, you psycho.
Paul, I am not a psycho. I'm your girlfriend, in case you forgot. All I want to know is what is it about tonight that made you realize that you loved me?
All right. So I'm editing the show, right? And I put in title cards and things, and then I watch it again just sitting there by myself. And it's really good, Jess. I mean, I think it's got a chance to actually go somewhere.
That's great. Like other than cable access? I mean...
Yeah, no, I'm not talking ABC or NBC or network or anything like that, but like it might be good enough to go to a smaller network, like Game Show Network or Travel Channel or something along those lines.
That's great. Okay, but... So the show made you realize that you loved me, though?
Just watching the show and seeing how good it is, it made me realize that anytime anything good happens in my life, you're the first person I want to call and share it with. And you're the only person I want to celebrate with. And Jeff, I've never been in love before. I don't have a clue what that's supposed to feel like. But I'm guessing...
You're guessing what?
You really want me to say it? In here?
Paul, I don't care where you say it.
Jessica Delaney McCormick, even though you can be an absolute psycho sometimes? Yeah, I think